High Court has today set aside a decision that led to the removal of Bheki Cele as National Commissioner of the South African Police Service in 2012. General Cele joins me in studio now. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. You say you feel vindicated by this decision.
I've always said so. Good evening to you and the rest of us. I've always thought so that I'm innocent, and whoever did it had a very bad heart to do it towards me and to me. But I've been vindicated now.
There was a public protector report at the time. Advocate Thuli Madonsela, who was a public protector at the time, found that both you and someone from the Department of Public Works were engaged in conduct that she called improper conduct and maladministration. Did you take that on review, because that deals with the same issue? Well,
the judge, all what he did was based on Madonsela's report, nothing else that was brought in. So you can ask the judge, you can ask Thuli, but what I know, all the decision that the judge made was based on the public protector's report.
Our current public protector, Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, says that you and the police department are not taking the remedial actions that she is saying and implementing them. What's your response to that?
She must wait. She must learn to wait. That thing has been taken to review, because the protection of witnesses is legislated that the Department of Justice protects witnesses. Is not the police. So we told her that, she knows that, and we have taken the matter to review, so she can't jump the gun. What happens if I'm vindicated again by the court when I've been punished? What will she do? She must just chill off, cool off, and wait until the review is concluded.
Robert McBride, former IPID head, going to the Zondo Commission tomorrow. You've said to be having quite a fraught relationship with him. Are you worried that your name or anyone in the top echelons of SAPS will come up during his testimony tomorrow?
Well, Zondo is not about the relationship of McBride, and it is about the state capture. Well, if he's going to say something, we should have received the warning now, as was supposed to do with all people that are going to mention. We haven't received anything. If it comes, we'll face it as it comes.
Speaking of relationships, there's also allegations that you and General Ketla Sithole don't get along. Some people have attributed that to the firing of Christine Mgwenya. Among other things, there's a lot of things that I've mentioned now which have allegations of fraught relationships. So perhaps people would ask, is the police service and the ministry able to do their work if they seem to be engaging in constant battles with people that they work with?
That is your imaginary of some journalists, really. I would love to find out and be told by that journalist, where did he or she got the story? General Sithole and myself, we meet once every 2 weeks on bilateral, dealing with the matters of the High Office, Ministry, and the Commissioner. That's that. General Sithole briefed me about the matter of General Mgwenya before he wrote the letter of notice to her. Before he wrote the letter of suspension, we sat down, we spoke about it. I'm from Northwest now, and General Sithole opened the stage. I was there, spoke as we speak, as we're coming from opening the police station in Northwest and all that. And General Sithole, everywhere we go, we walk together, we work together. Whoever thinks otherwise will have to explain that. It really makes, from me, I feel very much embarrassed that there is a journalist in, I guess, a respected paper, make a story that really does not exist at all, and to make it your the story.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Hart Bay now. There's taxi violence there. There's lots of gang violence in the Western Cape as well. It seems to be something that's not able to be controlled by SAPS. What's happening?
Well, I've said time and again, if we had not done the efforts that we have made, things would be worse in Western Cape. In Western Cape, we have put a lot of resources. We started by sending more police from other provinces and cars. We call that Operation Thunder, which was supposed to be 3 months. It's still operating, is still there. We have created the unit, anti-gang unit there, dealing with the gangsters and all that kind of stuff. But yesterday or 2 days ago, we went to Hart Bay. Basically, the matters there are transport matters that will have to be resolved basically by the National Department of Transport, the province, and the city. And police will have to enforce those when they've been concluded and agreed between these structures I'm talking about. Until that happens, there will be a problem, and for us, as crime happens, we'll try to prevent it, but we'll arrest people, as already we have arrested 2 people with the last shooting that took place in Hout Bay.
We've got about 27 days before elections. What special measures are in place to make sure that people are safe come election day? Again,
I think the cluster will be talking tomorrow about it, the justice cluster. So it will be not good for me to preempt that briefing.
Okay, let's end with a general thing. The crime statistics that came out showed that there's been an increase in murders, in sexual assaults, and it seems as though, I mean, it's about 50,000 assault cases that are reported, and that's very underreported. Over 20,000 murders in the 2017-2018 year. It seems as though there's a very intrinsic problem, and the police are barely scratching the surface in terms of making sure that we have a crime-free or close to a crime-free society as possible.
Well, I like your second statement. You just manage the crime close to it. Doesn't matter where you go. If you go to the United States, kids are shot at schools every day by the gangs and all that. So crime will be always forever managed, and reduce it as much as you can.
But our crime is increasing, Minister. Sorry to interrupt you.
Well, I don't know where you get that, because we get
crime statistics last year, 2017.
Yes, that was last year. We haven't given crime stats this year. We haven't. So we said we are putting our head on the block last year, that we'll work hard. What the worst we could do, if you read my statement very well, is to keep it where it is, but we are working hard to reduce it. Wait until that comes. But we believe that on some things we have done very well. One of the things yourself you have forgotten that in this country was something called cash heist. So you have forgotten that. But when we came...
No, but I'm dealing with murder and sexual assault, not just...
Well, yeah. Cash heist has got murders. Is part of those things that they increase murder. I agree. Murder is part of that, and many other things. Taxi violence, as you're talking, it becomes part of murder and all that. But other murder is done by people that know other people. Let's take those 4 kids that were killed by the mother. They are counted as murder. Let's take the father that shot the son and shot himself is taken as murder. Some things that will be very difficult sometimes to monitor and police. I'm not going to go in the house and monitor you that you don't kill your kids. Which means there are other things except policing. The social fiber that we need to deal with, and other things, environmental design, that there are lights, that people have houses and all. Those are the things that will make the situation better rather than the police alone.
Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Police Minister General Bheki Cele joining us in studio there.